Paul, thank you so much for that. Well, here's Andrew now, who's got a roundup of what's been happening today.
In the last hour, if you haven't already seen, the Prime Minister has announced that schools across the West and the rest of the UK will close at the end of Friday and for the foreseeable future. And all exams in May and June have been cancelled. But there will be a skeleton operation for children of NHS staff so their parents can carry on working. Now, it was the one that everyone had been waiting for, but ever since large gatherings started to be called into question, there's been doubt and now confirmation it is all off. The musical highlight of the summer, Glastonbury's 50th anniversary festival, now won't go ahead, say organisers at Somerset's Worthy Farm. It was June the 24th to the 28th, so now those 135,000 ticket holders who've all paid a £50 deposit can either roll that on to next year or otherwise they can get a refund. The organisers told us they just can't work with the hundreds of volunteers and staff needed to get things ready under the current restrictions. Now, there are now 47 positive cases of coronavirus here in the West Country. That's of 2,626 across the UK. And the closures just keep on coming. Swindon's Honda plant is now shutting down production from tonight, a temporary suspension until the 6th of April. But that is dependent, they say, on government advice and market conditions. And the BMW Mini factory has also suspended production in the town for 4 weeks. The Cheltenham Jazz and Science festivals are also cancelled. Center Parcs Longleat has closed and cancelled all bookings until mid-April. The Roman Baths in Bath are closing and Bristol's museums are doing likewise. Now, all of Bristol's mosques have cancelled Friday prayers and large gatherings. A few elsewhere are staying open just for a short time on Fridays, but they're expecting smaller numbers of people. And although churches are remaining open, public worship, so anything organised as a service, are being suspended, and there will be restrictions now on attendances at events like weddings and funerals. They say they're looking at ways to live stream sermons so congregations can attend from home. And technology is helping other people forced to separate by the restrictions too. Kath Price's 93-year-old husband Eric has dementia and she's unable to visit him at his care home. So staff at Wentworth Court in Cheltenham have been using Skype. Kath says it's been a lifeline for them, particularly as it's going to be their 69th wedding anniversary next week.
I just don't want him to forget us. That's one of the main things. I mean, we don't forget him. Even if he does, we know him, but we want him to know who we are, and up to now he has done. I want to see how he's looking. It means a great deal.
The National Trust has said that all their grounds and gardens are now open to anyone, free of charge, so you can at least get some fresh air while you keep your distance from other people. And stay tuned to us and your local BBC radio station for all the latest. We are doing all that we can to keep our programmes and websites stacked with all the latest information. Radio Wiltshire's Ben Prater here, broadcasting from his dining room table this morning. Just because he's isolated, it doesn't mean we can't all stay up to date together.
Yeah, nothing will stop Ben Prater. Our thanks to Andrew, of course.